Today I'm going to look at how to paint realistic watercolour as I work on this crashing wave. I'm starting with some opaque white paint and a stiff brush. Now you know this is my old mixing brush, but it's also handy for stippling as well. So I'm going to stipple, as you can see here, by pushing down. So any old stiff bristled brush will do. So if you've got any old acrylic brushes or anything like that, they should do, all painting brushes. And all you need to do is get it so you got quite a nice sort of point on like that. So you can just stipple in movements such as that by swinging it around, twisting it at the same time. Should we go for it? Yeah, go on then, let's just do it, shall we? Start this end, I think. I would normally start up there, but I want to make sure I've got the confidence in doing it by the time I get up there, because that's going to be the finer area up there, isn't it, because it's further away. It doesn't matter if we put too much of this on, because we can always cover it up. I know, we can always add more paint over the top as per usual. And that's the beauty about it really, isn't it? Twisting that brush all the time, because it's so uneven, these bristles on here, look. It's worth obviously twisting it. And of course it'll give you different patterns and different marks as well. But you want this paint to be more of a creamy consistency for this. So as white as you're going to get really, without it being too thick. And depending on the white that you use, depends on how thick it comes out of your tube that you got it in. Hopefully you're not got a £1/2 one. I find them difficult to use sometimes, £1/2 whites. Because it means you've got to add water to it. And sometimes you end up adding too much water to it. Think about the shapes. So for example, around here, it's kind of, well, it's going all over the place really, isn't it? But it's kind of splattering around there sort of thing. And then some lines are going upwards as well. And you can add the finer marks in with your size 00 brush, can't you? If you decide to do so. Also, don't forget to click on that subscribe button down below, and don't forget that bell icon as well, just so you'll never miss one of my YouTube videos. Try to have it vertically, like that there, but you won't see my hand then, will you? You won't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to put it to the side slightly for you. Because if you have it vertically, then your dots are going to be right on the top of the paper. If you do it this way, then you're pushing against the paper, which can eventually end up with elongated marks. So you're trying to be wary of that if you're doing it that way around. And depends, you might want that effect anyway. And I'm twisting at the same time while I'm doing this. So this is stippling and the way I tend to work it. But you've really got to concentrate in certain areas. So you can see I'm actually just doing it all over at the moment. But I've still got a lot of gaps in between. So then I can start to create different forms within there by stippling, just by concentrating on one area. Get some more paint. Stipple, stipple, stipple. Something like that there, look. Just concentrate on one area. And that increases the amount of white paint on that paper, doesn't it? And now you can see an extra little kind of plane, an extra level. It's not a plane, is it? It's water. A plane flies in the sky. But anyway, so there's an extra level that you can see there. And the way it tends to branch over the top. So then you can do another one by the side of that, like that, look. So do another one. And by having the lighter, paler areas in between where you can see the colour underneath the paper, underneath the white, then you can see you've got more than one kind of step, haven't you? The way it works out. And you can do this all around the surf to kind of create that kind of very, very angry looking surf effects. That's what I'm looking for on there. Okay, so that's stippling. The other method I wanted to tell you about today, while I'm working on this painting, is flicking or splattering. Oh, that's a good one to do actually, splattering, it really is. What you need to do, get some scrap paper like that, okay, something like that there, and then cover up any parts of your painting that you don't want to get splattered. And I'm going to splatter probably just this area here for now, just to kind of give you a demonstration, alright, just cover everything up. And all you do, you load your brush up with more of a milky consistency paint. So think watery, milky, creamy, and thick. Right, so think of those 4 different consistencies. And then if you get your finger like that, so just like that there, sort of thing, okay? And you can splatter on the paper. Create little tiny dots, see that? Little dots on the paper. And I've already done that in place on the paint, so I'll just show you what I mean on this dark piece of paint in there. See what I mean? And this is really handy for seafoam. It's also really handy for stars Also very, very handy splattering when you're working with gravel, sand, footpaths, all sorts of ideas like that. But it does make a mess of your finger after a while. You've got to keep washing that finger off. So I'm going to continue and get back to this video tutorial for my members. Stippling with a stiff bristle brush. If you'd like to learn more about creating different textures using watercolour, then check out the video to the top right. I'll see you there.